The JR Group. Brought to you by our sponsors. Brought to you. Welcome to All About the GERS. Brought to you by our sponsors. The JR Group. Plugged in Business Solutions. DB Dental Care. Reflex Blue. The Right Software. Dev Provider. And Avia Signs. Our chosen charity partner is the Second Chance Project. We are now official agents for the Rangers Lotto. Find out more at www.allaboutthegers.co.uk.
Hello and welcome to All About the GERS. Myself, Ricki, Neill, joined by the guys, Charlie and Derek. How you doing?
Not bad.
Good, you?
Aye, good. Quite a good wee weekend. I went to the first time I went to Rossi.
Aye.
You know, it's cracking. Only like £3 in the boat. So it's.
I've been a few times. You've been in it, haven't you?
Did you play in the game over there? I went there.
We stayed a couple of nights.
We
Remember,
stayed the night in a
big house. It was unbelievable.
And we had our own chef as well.
Nightclub and the boat mirror.
Aye. Well, that was
A nightclub.
Like a nightclub in their hotel, in their actual a house.
It was like a big mansion. It was stunning. Wasn't it? Aye. Own chef looked after us.
I can't remember the score of that game right now.
No. I think I had a wee head knock as well.
I know. Well, we're just talking. Also next year is going to be in Hong Kong. Yous have played there as well, so sounds like an experience.
Great memories.
My first time I was there was 94, 95, I think.
Right.
My first time there.
Is that the time Bomber was in charges?
No,
that was the first time. That was actually the first time.
I went there 94, 95. The goalie and Neil Murray and Archie Knox and Bob Riley.
Well, the first time we went over to play in the tournament, which we won, by the way, and that's when Bomber, who was our captain, got into a wee bit of trouble because we hadn't booked a training session all week, and I think the guy who, in the hotel, or one of the tournament organisers, was getting a bit kind of worried about us because we were coming stoating in at 6 o'clock in the morning straight to breakfast.
That one.
So that's it, and I remember Bomber saying, I think it was on the Friday. The tournament started the Friday night. This was 6:30 a.m. He says, "Don't worry about it." He says, "We'll win this." And I was looking at him going, "There's no chance we're winning it." And there you go, Sunday night.
Is this the one used to a room sharing?
No, I think that was it.
What was the one you were listening to the local radio station? And you were singing the tunes?
It's funny.
Tunes, you had the Hong Kong radio and the Chinese music.
It's kind of strange, isn't it? We were kind of paired up to room each other because we were a wee bit kind of like chalk and cheese. So
I was quiet and you were nuts.
So no, great times. I love them. So
that's next May. Also, I wonder if they need any people to go over.
We'll come out and we'll come out and kick about. I'd love to go there. And a wee shout out, Monty. I got a wee text from Monty this morning. Just saying about.
Are we Monty in Hong Kong?
Aye, about Lewis. He says that's amazing. He's back already. Didn't take part tonight. The wee bug last night. So
he's on the bench.
No, he wasn't. He didn't go on the bench.
He says he's on the bench on this.
No, he's no, because he had a wee kind of sickness thing. So, but that's
good. That's unbelievable.
Ready to go. I know. That's what he texted.
I seen his video online on the social. It's cracking in it. The comeback. Have you seen it?
I did. Really I don't know. I'm delighted and nervous as well. You know, and it's just because it's. Do you want to know what I'm nervous about? Is because how quick it is. You know, I'm kind of used to 9 to 12 months, but the guys, it's totally different. The rehab and all the sports science or whatever goes on. So it's I can't get into my thick skull. You know how quick you can come back for an injury like that. So
it was a good interview watching Lewis talking about it. You know, because it kind of talks about.
And you spoke about Scottish mentality. So that's something that we have got about us. When you go out there and say we're the best players in the world, we're the best technically, but there's something within us as Scottish people, you know, or maybe where we've came from, where we've grew up, you know. We've got a wee bit about us.
You know, maybe that's what is missing for the Rangers team as well. lack of Scottish player.
Lack of Scottish players, definitely.
Well, Charlie spoke about that last week, didn't he?
Total lack of Scottish presence.
Something that we could maybe tap into a wee bit more. And I think that's what you're seeing there in Italy. You look at Napoli, they've took wee Billy Gilmer.
McTominay.
And Big McTominay.
Top of the league.
They're terrific players, but it's that mentality that you need. Any player needs to play at the top level.
Aye. Listen, there's loads and loads of comments coming in on socials, so thanks again for watching. But if you can, try and share this with all your mates. So just even tag them. If you're watching on Facebook, just tag them and tell them to watch podcast. We're on every Tuesday at 7 o'clock. So football, there's actually been quite a bit happening. Can you not hear us, Charlie?
On my left.
Aye.
You only need one here anyway. You'll be fine. That's
any better.
You go.
Anyway, there's been a few games. Good win against FCSB last week. I was quite. Right, I'll check. You talk now, Derek. What do you think of the game?
Well, first and foremost, we needed a reaction for the game. Obviously, the Kilmarnock game, but because we were so way off it, it was unbelievable. I mean, on the Saturday, we get the result that we wanted. Celtic draw against Aberdeen. So then you're thinking, what an opportunity, and to go out and give that performance was unforgivable, nearly, because you saw the reaction last week. So we needed that reaction on Thursday night. We certainly got it. We got a wee bit fortunate, certainly at the start of the game, because I think Big Jack made a bit of a bloomer, but we did get away with it. But to score 4 goals at that level...
What are you saying again, Derek?
I'll go at it again. But to score 4 goals at any level in Europe takes some doing. But I'm going to, kind of go in another direction in terms of saying, I don't know how good they were, to be honest with you, because it looked as if it was a makeshift team. We spoke about their chairman who picks the team, and I think there was 8 guys that took to the park that night that weren't regulars. So, but it doesn't matter. You can only beat what's in front of you. I thought the fans were brilliant, how they turned out in their numbers, how vocal they were, and by God, we needed that. So, 4 goals, a few good performances, but most importantly, it was all about the reaction for that poor display down at Rugby Park.
Aye. Charlie, I mean, there's nothing better than a European night at Ibrox, but it could have been a really bad start with Jack Butland.
It was a goal for me. I thought Butland got caught in it. Well, everybody's seen that. For me, we were fortunate. That might have changed the crowd a bit if we'd went down so early. But we got away with one, so we'll take it. But as Derek said, I thought they won. I didn't think they were the best. But wonder if the chairman of their team's going to sack his cell with some of his decisions. Honestly, but we can only play, as what Derek says, we can only play what's in front of us. I thought they played really well. It could have been more, and it was very good to watch. So I was, especially after the Sunday before, as Derek said as well. But
what was a wee bit surprising, Charlie, was after the game when Clement came out and says he thought it was a foul on the goalkeeper. Well, he must be the only person.
Well, McCoy thought it was a foul as well.
Aye, and so did I think it was Derek was there.
I thought Coistas thought it was a foul.
I did.
He
called it. He called it up. He says
no. Once he's seen it, he said no, it's not a foul.
No, he did.
No, but once he's seen it again, he said no. I think he's a lucky boy. You get away with one.
Aye, that's what we're talking about. Aye, it should have
been a foul.
Aye. It should have been a goal.
It should have been a goal.
It wasn't a foul. Let's clear this up. It wasn't a foul in Jack Butland. The guy gets his toe in, wins it.
Yeah.
And it's a goal.
Coistas thought at first it was a free kick, then he sees it again.
Right, we'll go. By the way, what are we like? We're murdering me. But we go there and then because clearly it wasn't a foul on the player.
No.
Right.
And it was here as well. Alan McCoy's commentating didn't think it was a foul.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. Alan McCoy's a brilliant commentator, isn't he?
I know.
And he's superb. So that's a game.
It was to be fair, it was.
I think everybody knew.
A great result, a great 3 points, and it was a good lift for the.
See, talking about that incident, right away I went, oh, that's a goal. And I couldn't believe it.
As soon as you seen Butland taking that other touch, I'm like,
you knew, didn't you? I know.
He's done that a few times recently as well, but he's kind of been a bit nervy on the ball.
I don't think it's his strongest part of his game, but and if it isn't your strongest part of your game, then don't dally on the ball.
He does get
Is
two
that a
good
song?
feet, to be fair to him.
But aye.
He does get two good feet, to be fair. But it was one touch too many. And
Sorry.
But we were lucky to get away one. But after that, I thought the players done great. If they were weak or no, we just had to get the victory. And it was a great 3 points. 4 goals was great. And we're up to, what is it, 11 for 12 in the standings. We got another couple of good results. And we might be in Europe after Christmas.
And a wee bit of luck as well. You look at Lawrence's goal. You know, the straight it comes off his other foot and it spins away.
The goalie's Stephen drunk, man.
And we're talking about Tierney. Do you know what I know? It's really clear to see. He's not an out-and-out winger. I know, Charlie.
I think he's a 10.
Aye, you said that right away.
I think he can only play at Ibrox.
You were saying that he's still not impressed.
I wouldn't play him tomorrow at Pittodrie, and he will play. I would not play him.
Do you know something? He's not a winger. He's not a winger, and I think that's where the manager has got a wee bit of an issue and a problem, because in that formation that he plays, he's going to play him wide. Now he does all his good work. Charlie's spoke about it over the course of the last 2-3 weeks. He does all his good work in the centre of the park when he's in one. Yeah. So that's where you need to find a kind of slot, or you need to kind of tweak that formation. He suit him because he scored 5 goals in the last 4 games. So he's got something about him, but I think for me,
a very good football player.
But it's clear to see he's not got the pace and the power to play in that wide area.
He can't go past anybody wide. He cuts inside, and as I said last week, they buff him, and then it's a counter attack against Tav. But I think technically he's a good football player. We cannot see that.
Clever, Charlie, isn't he? He's clever once he comes inside. He can play the wee give and goes. You can see a pass, and you look at his goals. They're no hit with power. There's placement there, accuracy. So, but the more I see him in your spot, you're spot on, Charlie. He's more a 10 than he is a winger. So there's a wee.
But seeing the European game just there, he was right up for kick-off, wasn't he? He's like totally different. But how can you not beat like that?
That's a given.
How can you not beat like that every game?
Well, that's
the Scottish game doesn't suit some people, and I think going to Pittodrie tomorrow night, and Clement will play him. He will play him, but I wouldn't play him. I would be going with a solid kind of 4, and maybe one behind Dessers, because we really need to get a result tomorrow. And I think we can. I think we will go up there and win. I really do. I think we'll go up and win. Aberdeen have got a lot of new players as well. So I don't think we've got any fear going up to Aberdeen. We never should have. We never will have. But there's a lot of people who are worried about it. And I think we can go up there.
I get where people are worried. And that comes from the level. I mean, a frog in my throat. The level of performance that we're seeing at the minute.
Especially away from home.
Aye, well, see when you see games like we witnessed on Sunday against St Mirren, right? First and foremost about winning a game. But I think against teams like St Mirren, you're looking for a better level of performance. I don't think we've been seeing that. I go back to watching the game against Hibs as well. We kind of struggled. We're just getting over the line. That's not good enough for a Rangers side. Aye, if you're talking about results-wise, you take a result any day of the week, you're Celtic and Aberdeen. That's the way I feel. But against any other opposition in that league, we should, of course, be winning games, but we should be doing it with better play.
A bit more class, actually.
Aye. Do you know something which is lying? That's the Mirren side came on Sunday. They didn't sit in. I hear that. Somebody said it.
The press really high right for kick-offs.
Aye, they had a go because they've got pace, they've got power, they've got a good press. They're very well organised. They know each other. They know each other's game. And they had a go at us. And I tell you what, we were very fortunate, you know, I think so, to get away with a 2-1 victory. And another day, that could have been a draw. And it's the same way the Hibs game. And that's where the wee kind of fear factor kicks in for me, because you can't keep getting away with that level of performance. Somewhere down the line, you're going to get fun out. But so it's a massive game tomorrow, but that's a Mirren game. That's why you see a few murmurings amongst the supporters, and quite rightly so.
The most important thing, Clement has to understand that. I think he must understand it, and the players have to understand that performing in Europe is one thing, but we have to win leagues. We have to win leagues and cups in Scotland. And if we win leagues, we're in the higher echelons of the European game, as in even higher than what we're playing now. But the most important thing for the players is to realise we need to win the league. We actually need to win the league. That's what the fans want more than anything, because we know at this point we're not going to win the Champions League.
See if you look at us for the start of the season, and I think the manager referenced that that we're going to get better as the season goes on. We are getting better. I don't think we are. I don't see better performances over the course of the last 3 league games. I don't see the improvement performance. I think he's also referenced that there's from the outside looking in, talking about the supporters, that they feel that it's not good enough, and it isn't good enough. But they feel within the building, I'm talking about,
they're in great shape.
that they're in good nick. We just don't. I don't see it, and a lot of the supporters don't see it. So that's why there's that wee kind of that worry, that kind of fear, because we're not going to Aberdeen tomorrow night in Great Fettle. We're going there, we've had we're coming off the couple of good results, but the level of performance, I'm not quite sure. So it's a tough one tomorrow night.
See, last week, there was a few people online saying, why is nobody asking Clement at these pressers, why are you starting with two up top? And then somebody actually accused him last week, watching Rangers, it's boring to watch now.
That's another thing as well, because see Rangers, it was always kind of bred in. I think hopefully Charlie will agree with me. First and foremost, one game's a football, but you've got to do it with a wee bit of panache. We use the word class, a wee bit of flair, a wee bit of imagination. These punters, these fans are paying top dollar to go and watch a game. So, and that was the other thing. See, if you go back to the game Sunday, Charlie, what the manager sometimes, in the reference that I'm using this word quite a lot, referenced, see the Leon game, right? Because he kept talking about the budget in terms of, Leon are way out there, we can never match that. Well, compare us to St Mirren. They shouldn't even be, we should be thumping them 4-5-0 and dominating them from start to finish. It's not always like that. So it's got to be better. So
I think after watching them play last week in Europe, and they play a good performance, coming into that St Mirren game, I was worried because we never have a good performance after Europe.
It's a big drop. There's a big drop in the pace of the game, definitely. We're not at it as well as we should be, as in people's faces. I think St Mirren coming, I think the players, I hope no, but I think the players think you just have to turn up and they're going to win, especially at Ibrox. And that's not the case, because St Mirren were right in about it and gave us a close one. But the players have to realise that the bread and butter and most important games are the league games, definitely.
Do you know who I was impressed with at the weekend? Their striker. He caused proper some amount of problems. He was he's solid. So
that's the thing people say about, you get the big boy Nubly a few years ago that played with Livingston was causing us problems, and why don't we have a go for these guys? These guys only play when they're coming up against Rangers or Celtic, and so they can showcase in the games. You know what I mean? If you ask the managers if I play like that every week, it'd probably be a different answer. But I did see the boy playing. I think it was the first game of the season they played Hibs, and he was strong, quick. Scored a great goal.
Charlie, I've watched him quite a few times. He's got a wee bit about him, the boy. And what he's got is he's got a right good attitude as well. He sees, and that's quite rightly so. That's what happens with a lot of players. They see an opportunity to put themselves in the shop window, and that's what they do. And he battered Big Proper about. Like a rag dog. He properly ragged him about, didn't he? Which was a real worry. And seeing that game on Sunday, maybe it's just me. I'm thinking to myself after half an hour, I'd take him off proper, because he wasn't at it. He wasn't at the races. He was struggling, and I thought he's going to cost us. He done it in Europe, didn't he? He done it with Cantwell, remember? Hooked him after about 20-25 minutes or whatever. And I was thinking, looking at that game, I'm thinking, it's a wee bit. He sees a wee bit too much for you. You can't handle him. This could cost us. So I thought there was a decision to make there. So, and I thought he might have done it at half time, didn't he? Give him another 10-15 minutes.
Right.
I thought he was taking a wee bit of a chance, and he didn't look that great when he come on in the European game. Proper. I don't know. He just looks a bit leggy, and and when we get rid of,
I think playing him on the left's not helping.
Aye.
Maybe I think he's not as comfortable on the left. I think I'd probably played Balogun more on the left, and had Proper on the right. But he's playing there, so he has to deal with it and get on with it.
Just looks out of sorts to me.
Just going back to the European game, Dessers seemed to walk off the park, and the media are trying to make it as if it's something big.
I thought
he'd done his eye or something.
He did. He got a poke in the eye or whatever it was. But I tell you what, I don't think he was too happy with how his own game was going. I thought he sparked the dummy a wee bit. I'll be honest with you. That's what I took out of the game.
Clement did come out and say the poke in the eye, but there was a bit of both. I think it was disappointing getting taken off, and he kind of blamed it and getting poked in the eye.
And the manager's saying that he was very emotional. Hey, ain't we all? You got to deal with that. So
he doesn't Sunday after the Kilmarnock game.
Well, see the poke in the eye then. Well, hold on. Stay in the deck. Wait till Eggman gets his shell ready, because he's just walked off the park. And did you see that the manager was giving Eggman a bit of stick because he's not ready to go? And well, you're not going to be ready if your centre forward just walks off the park. You know, play with that as well. Play with that thing between your ears. Use your brain. Don't just walk off the park. You've got guys that are waiting to come on. They're not ready. They're getting their shinnies on. People go, they should be ready. But it's never the case. Right. So he's got to be a wee bit more clever about the situation. But what told me everything was he goes and apologises to the manager after the game. So he was out of order. But I thought the manager would have dealt with it differently, to be honest with Charlie. And that's what I thought he would have said. I'll deal with this. Away for you guys. I'm not going to tell you anything, but I'll deal with this myself. Because I thought he was bang out of order.
Yep. There's Stephen Park. Just put this question to you now. He reckons that we've not improved one bit. We're actually worse than when Clement came. What's your thoughts on that?
I said we've been worse than last season. I definitely said that. And we've not improved. I don't think we're stronger. I think we're weaker. But I'm believing in Clement because he did get us into a situation where we should have won the league, as I said before. And he believes in the players he's got. So I really hope it clicks very, very soon, because at the moment it's a struggle to watch, struggle to get struggle to get up off your seat to kind of go, right, okay, here we go. And there's not a lot of entertainment to be had so far.
There's wee doubts starting to creep in about the manager with me. I've got to be honest. I see some of his press conferences. I hear some of the things that he says. Listen, we've all got different views in the game. We all see it differently. But then I started looking. We've just spoke about Cherny. I look at Bajrami and all. I don't think that's where you're going to get the best out of him. I don't think he's a player that plays wide in the left.
I thought Bajrami was very poor on Thursday night.
But why I'm starting to kind of be a wee bit doubtful, Charlie, is because they are two good players, but I don't think where the manager plays them is going to get the best out of them.
It's not going to get the best out of them because the two of them are number 10s.
Aye, and that's where, so in saying that then, what Charlie's saying, we've got, how many number 10s have we got?
3.
We've got
Diamanda, if you shove him in as well.
You've got Hadji coming back.
5, aye.
So, do you know, so the job of the manager is to kind of know how to set his team up first and foremost. But when you bring players in, how do you get the best out of them? And I don't think he's getting the best out of them in the positions that he's playing.
I would probably play Hadji in the right of the free if it's still. He's always got to play a free. He's not going to change that.
That's an issue, isn't it?
He's not going to change that free. He's not going to go 2 up front. So I would probably have Hadji playing on the right, coming in, Cherny in the hole, and Bajrami on the left. If he's not going to put Bajrami into the number 10 role, because I think you're going to get more, because I think Hadji can go outside and inside, because Hadji's talented with both feet. But I don't see Hadji starting under Clement. I don't know if he really wants him.
I think he scored for the B team again now.
Right. Well, good on him. He has to keep up that and work hard, of course. But I don't see him starting many games. I think he'll.
It's funny you say that, because in his press conference, Charlie, when Hadji's name was mentioned, he didn't get too excited. You know, he just went, it's as if it was, we've got another body. You know, it's good to have another good player. But sometimes you can see, I don't know, maybe I look into body language a wee bit too much. Sometimes when you mention a player, you get a bit excited about it. Oh, he's going to be, well, great to get him back. No, it didn't seem that way for me. So I just think there's a wee bit of an issue at the moment, because we've got supposedly good players that he's brought to the club, but I don't think he's playing them in positions that's going to get the best.
Is it square pegs and round holes? That's what it looks like. It does. But we've no, I don't think we've any, as I say, I think I said that, we've no pace. We've no pace through the team. We've no get the urgency. I don't know. There's something missing. There is, but there is a lack of pace. See, since we sold Sakala, we've not had any pace up front since.
And sometimes it's a great, and even the way we play at times, we go sometimes a bit longer, a bit more direct. What do you need? Pace and power, and that's he's.
I wish we'd go longer and then just fight for the ball in their half sometimes.
And there's games for that. You says about the Kamala game. Certainly that could have been a game. But then you need to set up your players a wee bit differently, to play that tight. But there's a number of issues for me now when I start to watch it, because I wasn't quite sure where he was going at the start of the season. But what I believed in the manager, because he says, listen, we're going to get better and better as the season goes on. He came out with another excuse saying there's 7 players in the building, go to give them time. We're not the only club that brings new players into their club. Some of the other teams, I mean, there we go. There's an example. Look at Aberdeen. Aberdeen have done that.
They've brought 6 playing on Saturday.
Right, so they've brought them in. They've hit the ground running. So that's why you start to kind of scratch your head a wee bit and start to go, right, where are we going with this? So
I think Aberdeen have done really well, right? And there's no saying they've no, but I think the League Cup section really helped them settle in at the start of the season.
Definitely
really helped.
They got a great wee run.
I think they won their 5 games out of 5 or whatever. And they've obviously won the next cup.
And they're not in Europe as well, Charlie.
It helps, of course. But I think that gave them the togetherness that they needed for the manager when they came in, and they got some positive results early on, and they've kind of just kicked on, and they've done great.
Aye. You know what I feel as well? See our bench, we've not really get anything. You think, bring him on, it's going to make a big difference. And here's something, Derek. Pete Lawrence is saying, Charlie, when you were a younger player, you had guys that you look up to. Do you not feel sorry for some of these young players not having real role models to reach a Rangers standard anymore?
I was fortunate. Derek was fortunate. The players we played with, we had loads of role models to play. And Gaza wasn't the best man I had to look up to be honest with you. What a wonderful football player, don't get me wrong, but he was in that case.
I had players that would kick my arse.
Aye, but
I had players that would kick my arse if I wasn't toeing the line.
The thing was, I'd proper players every position practically, and if we didn't have the best players in every position, we had guys that would work their balls off no matter what, and they would give 100% all. But we also had, I would say, 8 of the starting team was always Scottish, probably. 7 of the start. You know what I mean?
You know, like that video I sent you on the other day of the Aberdeen and Rangers game when you were playing in it.
I just saw a wee clip of it at the start.
It brought back so many good memories, but it's just amazing how much football has actually changed as well. You know, just the challenges that we're getting in that game and everything. You know, it's like
I've also watched the whole lot of that.
It was a cracking clip, wasn't it? Really
I've seen footage for way back, even before my time when it was Rangers Celtic game. My God, team, you see even the first 5-10 minutes of a Rangers Celtic game. We should have been playing 3v3 at half time. I mean, some of the tackles you get away with were incredible. So it was, but it's like in a different sport now.
I know.
To a certain extent.
Before we go on to talk about the Aberdeen game tomorrow, we just want to send a wee message to one of our good friends, Mo. She's in hospital now. She's been in there for a few weeks. Mo and Stuart drove us down to Corby.
Looked after us extremely well.
The only couple I know that drove 7 hours without having to go to the toilet, whereas we were getting a stop every single stop on it.
Mo, get well, pal. Cheers. I hope you're looking after us, Stuart, the boy.
How's Stuart going to cope in the house himself, by the way? I'm sure Mo will do all the cooking and all that, won't you?
It's quite scary. I was did I have that discussion with my missus this afternoon, no matter what it was, about if I was left myself in a house. See, for some reason she wasn't there anymore. Like it's no.
When she goes to Bologna for the weekend and leaves you.
Well, she's going away next week for a week. By the way, she thinks she worries about me.
Just turn your pants inside out.
Honestly, I tell you what, I'm very disorganised when it comes to the house. Well, I've not got a Scooby. But it's the same meal I make for the boys every night. Chicken mash and beans. Chicken mash and beans. I'm good at heating them up.
I don't like mash.
Oh,
I love mashed potato.
Mashed
Do you?
potato.
No.
Oh, come
Wouldn't have it
on.
with beans right
I
enough.
hate the texture. It's as if,
No, I love it.
it's as if somebody's ate a boiled potato and chewed it and then spat it out
Oh,
again.
but I do mine like Angel
Oh.
Light, man. Mine's is.
Nah,
Definitely.
I can't go at all.
I wouldn't have beans with it, but you haven't still your
Aye.
you're having your pre-match meal still.
Every night of the week,
He's
if I
having your
can.
pre-match meals now.
Oh,
Give him
Yeah.
a steak and chips, man.
There's Stuart saying that
I wouldn't be able to cook.
Stuart does all the cooking
I
anyway.
can't cook this. I wouldn't know. I would waste a steak.
No, I'm good at cooking steaks. I
Are
normally
you?
do it in the barbecue.
Aye, I need to step up to the mark.
Aye.
Maybe
No,
that. Maybe she's thinking of leaving me.
aye.
There you go. Well, there you
Better
go.
get used to it. Anyway, tough game tomorrow. Aberdeen
Yep.
are on top. I was thinking, obviously, Tav didn't start the other day.
You'll start.
Do you think he will start? Aye, because I thought the
Do you
way the
think?
defence ended up the other day was
What
good
do
as
you-
well.
What do you think?
I think we'll start.
Aye. Of course he will.
I think we'll start and they'll play Casabiro left, push Jeff Dirtland, play Bajrami in the hole, put Stelling on the right for Cherney, and just be solid, but with no chance it's going to be like that.
I'm just hoping Suter's fit because we're going to need a wee bit of.
We need a bit of height,
Aye.
a bit of presence, definitely.
He's been the standout centre back for me. I mean, Balogun's a good player, of course he is, but he's just at that age, you know, he's going to pick up whether it's cramp or wee niggles, so we can't rely on him. Proper for me at the moment.
struggle.
I wouldn't fancy him in that cauldron up there.
I think Balogun and Suter start for me tomorrow.
I'd probably start, but we're not going to get a 90 minutes out of Balogun.
No, but
Just map.
he won't. He'll start with Proper and Suter probably.
Thinks. If he does it, see if he starts, Charlie, if he starts with Proper, that would give me a worry right away because I mean, people look at that Alessandria the weekend, they'll just peel onto him because
Lasagna, is that what you're making for the weekend?
Alessandria. It's a good name. A lot of I tell you what, see when you're going back, I was just looking at St Mirren bench, I know we're going back and forth here. That boy Mandarin was on the bench. He's no bad as well. He's got a bit about him in terms of that pace and that strength and that power, and that's what we're going to face tomorrow night because they don't look to play through the lines. If they can at times, if a team who sit off them, they would try and play, but more often than not, they go pretty direct. They get the ball forward, and they've got great energy, unbelievable attitude, and they've got some decent players in there as well. But what they've got up top is what Charlie keeps talking about: is the power and the pace.
Have you ever been up there since Lewis left? No.
No, why would they go up there?
I just know
the
you.
second week.
No, I mean, Aberdeen, to be honest with you, is a place, is a city, and it's all right, it's not bad. But I'm not getting anywhere near Pittodrie. You kidding me on?
I just thought maybe commentating or something.
No. The days look as if they're passed me by and all, but no, I've not been. But listen, that punters, when do we get in tomorrow night? When is it? It's about 3,000. 3,000. So there'll be a packed house. They're gone great
They'll
guns.
have 2,000 or 3,000 and there'll still be empty seats.
They'll know up there.
Aye, they always say we'll sell out.
No, they're flying at the minute, so they're packed out. That's one thing I will give them up there. I mean, they come out in numbers, and everybody likes to see a winning side. So the good thing is they probably fancy themselves. A lot of other people do, and for once, there's a kind of wee bit of debate going on who is the favourites. Normally, you fancy us every day of the week, but what I'm going to say is, listen, I've been talking about a level of performance, right? But I've not been too happy with. See tomorrow night, I don't give a monkeys about the level of performance. Just go up there and win a game of football.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Just roll the sleeves up and just get tore in and just win. However you do it, just win.
I think the Baron will get welcomed well, won't he?
I forgot about that actually.
I think the wee man.
He'll handle that. No
He'll have to
problem.
wear a crash helmet.
And by the way, he's the type of wee fella that will thrive in that. He'll enjoy that because he's a confident lad. He's a good player, as we know. So he'll just go back up there and show them what he's all about.
Hope so.
He will. I'm pretty sure he will.
We need the urgency for the
they're
European
lost.
game on Thursday. That's what we need, the urgency for the European game on
aye.
Thursday.
There's a question. What did we pay for him? What did it end up?
We've not done it yet.
Have they still not moved? How's it taking so long?
No idea.
So we offered 500 grand. They weren't happy with that. It's them that chose not to put him on a new contract. So it's their fault.
We get 600 grand for Billy Gilmore.
Did we? Aye, but that was for Chelsea. But
I know, but it doesn't make a difference, does it?
Aye, it does. Chelsea like us.
But it shouldn't be. Well, so
Chelsea like, there you go, Rangers. Here, have a...
wee Billy, I know wee
Uh,
Billy was
well-
obviously a youth, kind of 16 or whatever he was,
Mhm.
but I would still have wanted more than 600 grand for Billy Gilmer. And we get 600 grand for them. If you compare it, then I think Rangers are kind of right in what they
Aye.
say.
Aye, you're not going to get much off of him anyway.
Score predictions brought to you by Avia Signs.
Score
Right, score predictions, Charlie.
3-1 Rangers.
1-0 Rangers. Don't care how you do it, just do it.
I'll go 2-1. 2-1 Rangers.
Right?
Aye.
2-1.
A
Just
lot,
one.
a
Just
lot
one.
of people in the chat seem to be quite confident as well, giving a kind of 2-0, 3-0. Maybe this is maybe this is the time. If we
Well-
can do European performance against Aberdeen, then I
We
think
just
anybody
Kid
will
on, it's a Thursday night.
It's massive. We need to win, and then we need to start playing a bit better. So we need to let's get our arse into gear.
Just before we finish, there's loads of people going on about the money thing. Obviously, it was the AGM, or would you call it? It was
The money,
end of year accounts. So
Money's
Rangers, it was a financial release today. £17 million in a loss. So there's blue bells are blue. After the financial release date, if there's a bad result tomorrow, we are looking at next level toxicity. I can't say that word. Toxicity.
Toxicity.
And a lot of people are also saying that the manager's 2 games away for the sack kind of thing. What's your thoughts on that?
I think we've got a board that can sack him. We've no board. And John Gallagher says he's sticking by him. So we've no CEO. We've got an interim chairman.
So basically, you can't sack him. There's nobody there to sack him. So, but listen, let's try and end
let's just win the more
let's
night.
try and end in a wee bit of positivity, right? I'm saying there, I'm starting to doubt a few things. Listen, just win up there tomorrow. Let's start getting into gear. Let's start putting in some good performances, and let's start trying getting a bit closer to Celtic. Put a wee bit of pressure on them and see how they handle it.
They're nothing special than either. You know? So,
They're in a far better place.
they're better than us.
That's clear to see. So we can't hide away from that fact. So it was embarrassing, the 3-0 game, in terms of how it panned out. So it shouldn't be like that. The manager's got a lot of work.
Somebody online saying, "Man, you're $1 billion in debt, so we're not that bad."
Aye. So it's no nice to hear or see. But listen, we need to turn the corner, don't we?
We do. Also, if you want to buy these badges for Poppy Scotland, it's the official Poppy Scotland Rangers badge. So you just go to poppyscotlandstore.com and search for Rangers badge.
Match predictions again.
Match predictions again.
Sunday.
I forgot about Sunday. We're running out of time. We had so much to cover
League
tonight.
Cup semi-final and you forgot all about it.
Never forgot about it. I just never added it
How
anymore.
can you forget with the size of that napper? That must be some size of milk.
I thought there was brains in there.
Been a busy
obviously.
day.
Can of beans in there.
Mashed potato in there.
God, you are normally moaning at me because we're near like 45 minutes. Right, predictions for Sunday then.
Traffic out there's nightmare. I'm not getting home till about midnight. And
Depends.
Sunday, right? What are we thinking for Sunday? Where you going, Charlie?
If we win tomorrow night, we'll battle Motherwell on Sunday.
Aye, I'm pretty confident against Motherwell. Motherwell will be up and down. They'll be pretty decent under Kettlewell, but we've got far better players, and if the manager can get them playing, aye, of course we can. We can win that.
If we win tomorrow night, we'll win 4-0 on Sunday. If we get beat tomorrow night,
I take 2-0 on
it
Sunday.
could be very, very tight on Sunday. And the manager is on squeaky bum time.
God, that was like acting there.
It was, wasn't it? That's when he was in the whiskey share, whatever you call it.
The angel share, pal.
Angel share.
Hopefully this whiskey guy buys club as well.
Well, that's the thing. Obviously, I was saying to Charlie earlier on, it's been, or there was an article about Billy Walker investing in Rangers, but I used to actually go to school with Billy's son, and I was with him a couple of weeks ago, and his dad was there as well. And you know, and it was strange talking to Billy because he's been to like every game with his son, and talking to him the other week, you could see he was just kind of the way Rangers was, you know. So
I've got 2 boys that go to all the games, and see when they come in to the house, and they don't even want to talk to me. That's what it does to you.
And that's when we win.
I know, and they don't
They
even.
don't want to talk to you anyway.
But you know, because I'll say to them, what about the game? I go, "Ah," and I can't repeat with it sometimes. It's, they say, especially Dan. I mean, so that word scunner, sometimes, so there you go. we've won a game and he comes in and he's still feeling.
Aye.
That's Darren.
That's
Darren for you.
Anyway, that's the end of the show. I'm actually, just before we finish, obviously I work with Reflex Blue and they're one of your sponsors.
Yeah, didn't know that.
It's just one of my many jobs. But we're doing a thing, Movember it's called. So, you know, you used to get the one with the moustache, it was Movember, but they're doing one called Movember, and each employee at Reflex Blue needs to walk 60 kilometres in the month of November. So, should be a doddle. I'll do that in a couple of days.
That's done in your head.
I could just roll a bit in my head. But if you just go to the reflexblue.co.uk website and you can make some donations. But I'm going to play a wee video made and it just explains all about what it's for. But we'll be back next Tuesday. So take care and hopefully we get a couple of results. All right, take care, guys.
Hi everyone, it's Scott here. This November, the Reflex Blue team and I will be raising funds for the incredible charity Movember.
Movember is a global men's health charity that focuses on raising awareness and funds to support men's health issues, particularly prostate cancer, testicular cancer, mental health and suicide prevention.
The charity was founded in 2003 and encourages men to grow moustaches during the month of November as a visible sign of support. Other ways the charity encourages support include participating in Move for Movember or hosting your own fundraising event.
For the month of November, the Reflex Blue team will be moving for Movember by running and or walking 60 kilometres each to honour the 60 men who lose their lives to suicide every hour across the world.
Our goal is to raise a total of £1,000 and cover a distance of 660 kilometres. You can follow our progress on our social media channels where we'll be posting weekly about the challenge.
We'd be so grateful if you could support us and donate to this amazing charity. Every little bit counts.
You can help us raise funds for Movember through the link in the caption. Come on team, let's get donating.
Brought to you by our sponsors. The JR Group. Plugged In Business Solutions. DB Dental Care. Reflex Blue. The Right Software. Dev Provider. And Avia Signs. Our chosen charity partner is the Second Chance Project. We are now official agents for the Rangers Lotto. Find out more at www.allaboutthegers.co.uk.